Chris, back in 1978, was the Ready Brek kid.
Is that one where one of the directors died whilst walking his dog?
It
was, unfortunately.
I remember that. Yeah.
Because you had lap dancing clubs as well, didn't you?
Yeah. So she came out, and it was Amanda Holden.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of Taxi Talk. I'm David Hunter, and joining me is my co-presenter Ashley Butcher.
Hello there.
And with me today we have the managing director of a large taxi fleet, Chris Thalha.
Hello.
Hello, Chris.
How are
Thalha,
you? Hello,
is that
Chris.
French or Welsh?
It's a bit of both, really. My dad's French, and it goes back to Morocco, so it's Arabic.
Oh,
Arabic.
Very good.
And I presume your mother was a French, was she?
Really?
No, my dad was the frog.
Your dad was, and your mother was Welsh.
The Welsh one. Yeah.
Ah, so interesting fact. Now, Chris, we're going to go through. You've got an interesting backstory, which is why we brought you on the podcast today for the drivers, which we'll go through. But before we go through that, I just wanted to highlight that Chris, back in 1978, was the Ready Brek kid. And if you don't believe me, take a look at this video now.
Dear.
Ready Brek with lashings of hot milk to soak up those natural oats, malt and vitamins. All goodness and nothing wasted.
This is the way to start the day on a cold and frosty morning. This is the way to glow to school, glow to school, glow to school. This is the way to glow to school, a cold and frosty morning. This is the way to glow to school on a cold and frosty morning.
Ready Brek, Central.
So how were you paid for doing that commercial?
We had, 1 year's worth of Ready Brek.
Really?
Sick of the sight of it. I think we even put wallpaper up with it in the end.
Yeah, you can put wallpaper up with
I
it.
think I got paid £50, of which I bought my first portable TV for the
I
bedroom.
wondered where you're going with
Well,
that.
I
Your
did that
first
as well, actually.
Which was black and white. That's how long ago it was.
Wow.
Wow, yeah. Oh, I remember that advert because I remember being amazed that you glow because, we as kids, because our minds were young and impressionable, we had Jimmy Savile. And
then Ready Brek kid.
and we had the glow on the Ready Brek kid, and it was how we grew up thinking that if we ate Ready Brek, then we could have a glow, and if we wrote into Jimmy Savile wanting to be, I don't know,
We could sit on his knee and see what he wanted.
Yeah.
Well, it came true for me. I got the Ready Brek advert.
Your dreams
didn't I?
came
So,
true.
yeah.
Dreams came
Did
true
he fix it for
you
you?
and you. Fantastic. Anyway, that's not why you're here. Brilliant backstory. Love that. So now, before we go on, we've got a new feature, and just to the right of you is a lost property box.
Oh, right.
Okay, these are genuine items that we have found in a taxi. Just take a pick and pick out a random. Ah, there you go.
Oh,
That's
to wear
that.
it?
You now have to wear that.
that's the
Or-
film cast.
You just need some onions around your neck now, and then there's the French heritage.
The Breton t-shirt.
Yeah, so if you want to show the box to the
Oh,
the
there
lovely
we
ladies and gentlemen, there you go. So generally found in Take Me taxis.
Some interesting things in there.
Yeah, put the vibrator away. Yeah, well, it's, if you're watching this after 9 o'clock, you can watch the vibrator edition. But anyway, after the
I'm
watershed,
taking this off.
I'll take that off. So Chris, what's the journey like being managing director? So when we did our research on you, obviously we edited out the time in jail, but before that, it's really been a rags to riches story, hasn't it? So take us back to your first role, because you were Millionaire, I believe, in your 20s.
Yeah,
So
late 20s. Yeah.
tell us how that happened.
So the lead up to it was that I used to work for my dad's photography PR company. Met a young lady that was in university in Cardiff, which is where I'm from. She moved back down to Cornwall, and as a young man, as you do, you follow the females. Moved down there. I ended up being franchise manager for Kodak for some time.
Oh yeah.
Then the digital age came in.
Kodak.
Did they move with the times?
No, well, that was the unfortunate part.
Yeah.
So I was made redundant from that because of the fact that the shops were quieter and quieter. So,
Just going back to that,
Yeah.
because it's very reminiscent to our trade now, obviously, with the move over to app ride hailing, and we're
Yeah.
about to transition into driverless cars. Now, some taxi operators have embraced technology
Yep.
and realised that we're more tech companies and doing amazing things with the data. others have still kind of remained in a time warp. And you think, well, it's easy to look back and think, well, why didn't Kodak just adapt? They had the market. But then there's loads of stories like that, from our history of companies that didn't adapt. What was the talk at the time at Kodak? Did they just see this digital technology as, it won't last?
A bit of a fad, really, yeah. It was almost like, this will pass, it's never going to catch on. And obviously it did.
Yeah.
Lots of stores closed. I think they're now antiques, these 35mm cameras, aren't they? So I was made redundant from there, but thankfully it gave me an opportunity to get into financial services. Ended up working at a call centre in Cornwall.
Oh wow!
Grew that to 140 seats down there, outbound dialing.
What was that doing?
Financial services, so mortgages and second charge loans, those sort of things.
So you had to deal with call centres, which is kind of the experience you're dealing with today.
Indeed, yeah. Moved on from there. Ended up coming up to Leicester. Was headhunted to come to Leicester to become the marketing director for another financial services company. Chain of events happened that I ended up being one of the shareholders of the company. We then sold that 3 years later for.
Is that one where one of the directors died whilst walking his dog?
It was, unfortunately.
I remember that. Yeah.
Nice chap, David. He was walking his dog down the canal, had a heart attack, ended up in the water. Sadly passed away.
How was the dog?
Yeah, how was the dog? Was it all right?
The dog was okay.
Good.
Survived off the bones.
That's good.
Oh, that's excellent. Yeah.
So ended up as a shareholder director of that business. Sold it 3 years later for quite a nice amount of money.
Yeah.
How
old were you then?
26.
So you're 26.
Wow.
Single?
In
Or
a
about
fashion,
to be.
In a fashion.
About to be in a fashion.
yeah.
For the
So
benefit of the tape, yes.
with a few million in the account.
Yeah.
So you went nuts.
I had a bit of a nice lifestyle, Vegas 4 times a year and Lamborghinis and Bentleys and various other nice trappings of having a nice fat bank balance.
Did you put money into property at all?
Yes, lots of property.
Yeah.
So that was the sensible thing you did.
Yes.
Yeah.
The rest you just went nuts and blew it.
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Women,
Drooling.
booze, holidays,
Yeah.
and then
Same
decided that I had to grow up a little bit. Got married.
What time was that? 50?
Sort of 3 years later down the line,
Yeah,
I'd
you
had
got
enough
married.
of.
Because you had lap dancing clubs as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that's for another episode.
Confessions of.
Yeah, confessions of. So where do you go from now? How do you end up? Because you drove a cab for ADT in Leicester for many years.
Yeah.
How did you
did.
end up driving the cab?
Well, kind of a bit by accident. My father-in-law was in the trade.
So your father-in-law was in the trade.
Yeah, so from there I was a bit of a loose end, and he said, "Oh, just jump in a car." So there was a car available. Started driving. Actually enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Speaking to various people every day. Helping people, doing everything that a taxi driver should be doing.
Yes.
And I think one day I picked you guys up.
What, me and Ash?
Yes.
Really? What state were we in?
It was late at night, so you can imagine.
Yeah.
Were we okay going out?
No, you were on the way back.
Oh, okay, fine. Yes.
Were you talking about your white mind? You're a white man with a white mind thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Ash becomes very philosophical, doesn't he? When he's had a drink.
Wines?
In a minute, he'll be quoting Einstein, Shakespeare, and Socrates, and everything else.
And Bart Simpson.
So you picked us up, and
we had a conversation.
Yeah.
I think because you knew my father-in-law, and
nice guy.
I think at the time he was living in one of my properties.
Yeah.
And you asked the question, how the hell did I end up?
So your father-in-law had been in trade in Leicester for many years, very well known.
Yeah.
And so he got in trade, and.
So we had a conversation. I think that you said to me at the time, look, we need to potentially look at bringing him into the management team. Yeah. That was, 2.5 years ago or so? And here we are.
And just at the point that we're expanding as well, or take me in.
It's funny when you were talking, when we were just having a general conversation in the car, and all of a sudden all this came out, and David and myself, we were like, crikey, you know, you're not having your potential driving a taxi. Hence, you know, the conversations we had.
I mean, but I will say I was thoroughly enjoying my time as a driver.
You did. Yeah, you loved it.
So going back for the drivers, what was the key? If you were training a new driver or talking to any drivers, what are the key tips for making the job more professionalised, for earning potential? As in, you know, because we have a lot of drivers come to us and I'm not earning any money, and then you look down and they're just simply not working the right shifts or the right times. And now as a manager, you must have lots of drivers come to you.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between Uber and somebody like Take Me, and there's plenty of others. The actual more traditional private hire trade that has morphed into this app-based thing. The difference is they still have people like you and your team of managers around the country. What do you say to those drivers that go, I'm not earning any money, or the prices are too low, or
I think initially every driver needs to look internally first before they start blaming the system, the people, the passengers, etc. Because how are you engaging with your passengers when they're with you? The one USP that we've got over the likes of the other ride-hailing apps and the robo-taxis, etc., is the fact that we are people that we help to, I'm going to use the word train in a very loose sense of the term, on how to interact, customer service, those sort of things. So from a driver point of view, yes, there's good days, there's bad days, but overall, you put the hours in, you put the effort in, you're nice to people. By the end of the week...
What we did say when after that we had that ride with you is, you know, we got out and I said, you know, you are like a chauffeur driver, not a taxi driver.
I appreciate that.
Even you dressed up for a wedding.
Good, you were smart.
Oh, I'll put this back on.
Hey, babe.
And I think I know you were saying, you know, if people drivers thought more like a chauffeur driver, and help, you know, did things, opening the doors, putting the
I
stuff
think you've got to have the right personality.
Yes,
you're not just driving. You're not a delivery driver where you're driving A to B, delivering something. There's actually a real person there.
Yes.
So you've got to enjoy. If you enjoy people and the company of people, then it is the best job.
Oh, don't get me wrong. There are absolute, I'm going to use the word arseholes out there that, you know, that do upset your day sometimes. Of course they do. But that's one passenger at a time, and that's how you should treat it.
Yes.
One passenger at a time.
The problem is sometimes you might do different people and you meet some lovely people, but it's the arsehole you always remember, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course it is.
But vice versa as well, same with the customer. And yesterday, I was somewhere and I saw a taxi pull up, and this lady got out and she got walking, you know, with
it's a huge bugbear of mine.
And she was like
not
this.
People with wheelchairs, by the way.
No, she was trying to get out, you know, open the door and fumbling around. And I just drove by slowly, and the driver just sat there in his car.
It's awful.
Whereas you would have got out, and your natural instinct would be to...
Yeah, of course it is. It's like, it's to help a customer. Thing is, you want to be as personal as you can, because you'd like it for yourself to be like that.
I think as well, for some people it's the reassurance of having somebody to talk to, because again, a lot of these older generation people, they've not seen anybody all week. Having the drivers, you know, sat and engaging with them, you know, and again, there are some drivers that don't open the door, they won't engage, don't even say hello to people. And the first question you get from them is, how much did you pay for this journey?
Yes.
It's not the way to treat a passenger. The passenger is the passenger, and it's them that should be felt special.
But the beauty with doing that is that customer then will think, that was a great journey. Chris did a fantastic job with us there. You know, I'm going to call that company again, whichever one it was that he worked for, and I'd like to see him again.
And I think that's where a lot of drivers do fail a little, is on the sense that the repeat business that they achieve by being a better person. The phrase that I use is do the right thing. If you know that you've done the right thing, then you've got nothing to worry about.
Nothing at all, no.
That passenger should always...
So do you have... so you see lots of new recruits.
Nude?
You can see those too. So lots of new recruits. So you're also privy to the figures drivers earn.
Yeah.
When you look at the top earners at any site...
Yeah.
Is there a common domination that they, or talent that, how would you define that driver and then advise a new driver or an existing driver, this is the sort of model you need, the approach you need to earn those sort of figures?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the drivers that are earning the top end of the money are the drivers that, one, put the hours in, two, don't reject the work.
That's key, isn't it?
Yeah, it's huge.
If you start cherry picking, you find... You know,
don't get me wrong. Drivers are self-employed; they're allowed to choose the jobs that they take. You know, but then when there are some elements of manual dispatch in the system, the dispatch team know if I even offer a job to that driver, the likelihood is he's probably not going to accept it. So therefore, there is that element.
And even
of
now,
that.
the algorithm's working that out as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So if a driver won't accept a job less than £10, the system won't even send him the job.
And when we were driving, and we always used to love doing the little jobs, bang, 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 because you'd always get one job to another, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter because it's all money. It's all paying for something instead of sitting there waiting for a bigger
Well,
job.
we all know the phrase, don't we? If your wheels are not turning, you're not
making
earning.
money. That's right.
So it doesn't matter if it was a £5 fare or a £50 fare.
Not
It
at
made
all,
no difference to me as a driver.
No.
And again, it's helping people with shopping, pushchairs, children, etc.
But we could see that when you used to work for the old company for Take Me, because of your stats on how much you used to earn, and it was constant. So you were doing something right.
Yes, you were.
Yeah.
Can we have a word count on that question?
Well, was there a question?
No. But we digress. So I think the important thing is a lot of it, earning is about good attitude, isn't it?
It's
Bad attitude equals low earnings, lower feedback, bad complaints, because it's a people's game.
It is obvious when a driver's complaining he's not earning enough, and you start looking at his statistics, that you know it's not because of the system or because of the amount of work that's available, it's because of that driver's attitude towards doing the work.
Yeah.
And that's why they aren't earning as much as they are, because the system, the people, him himself is his own worst blocker for earning the money that he needs to.
I mean, we had some ladies sat here a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And those ladies get requests, and it's quite obvious from the interview, you were here for that one, is the attitude shines through, and customers recognise that. And we are more than the algorithm.
Yeah.
Customers can request drivers, and obviously if they're available, they'll get them, especially female drivers. They're quite a rare commodity, even still. So it does pay to have a great attitude.
It literally does pay to have a great attitude.
It does.
Yeah.
I mean, we came back recently with a taxi company from Birmingham Airport, and the guy in there, it was from, I think, Take Me, and it was the unbelievable service. Open the boot, put it in there. At the end of it, it was great. I was giving him £10.
I was just going to say, you gave him a tip.
That's
didn't you?
right.
Yeah.
And it's like, he didn't expect it, but I think if someone goes the extra mile. You want to be a bus driver.
Jesus, did I just say Ashley Busher parted with money, cash?
I think it was shillings, though.
Was it shillings?
Yeah.
Right, so we move on to a fun section now. So we play true or false.
Oh, okay.
And so we're just going to take a little break whilst you think of a story. The story has to be a nice story, and Ash and the crew here have to guess whether it's true or false. So let's go over to the intro. Right, so we're back here at True or False. So Chris, have you got a story for us? And then Ash and I we'll just get the crew here. Let's go. This is the crew, everybody. Look, hi.
Hi. We've got Deadpool there.
Yeah, no, we haven't got Deadpool.
No, made an appearance.
There we go. So there's the crew there. They as well have to guess whether it's true or false. So now, for our audience, for the ladies and gentlemen at home.
Okay. So I'd got a job as a driver.
You're smiling. Is it true?
Let him finish.
Job as a driver, going to Leicester train station, picking up from Leicester train station.
Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
nice.
There was no name on the booking. It was just an initial A.
Hey.
Yeah. So I arrived, rang contact passenger, rang through, says to the young lady, I'm outside, I'm in whichever vehicle it was. So she came out, and it was Amanda Holden.
Ooh. What, from Britain's Got Talent?
Britain's Got Talent,
Wow.
etc.
Yes.
She is as good looking in real life as she is on the TV.
Yeah. Did
Yeah.
Neil Morrison and who are famous boyfriends? Neil Morrison, Morrissey, was it, from
Yeah.
Men Behaving Badly?
right, yeah.
Les
Les Dennis.
That's Dennis. So we did.
So was
anything
it
else?
true or was it false? You tell me.
So was that true, or did he pick up a man? What are you saying, Ash?
I'm going to say, because you stumbled at the beginning and smiled, I'm going to say false.
Guys, is that a true or false story?
True.
True. Well, I'm going to go with I think it's true as well, because Chris never lies.
On this occasion, he did.
Oh, great. Well, I mean, it's great to... Thanks, Chris, very much. Now, some of the drivers that have been watching this, we do little videos of them giving things away to customers. So we're going to take a quick look now at a driver in Stoke giving away a customer...
Not giving away
a customer.
Giving away a customer to be abused by any of us. No, he's giving away a present to a customer here in Stoke. So let's have a look at that.
So I've got Mr. Johnson here with me, who's got a chance of winning a free taxi. So sir, all you need to do is answer one question and you can get a free taxi and a goodie bag. So the question is, which river runs through Stoke-on-Trent?
The River Trent.
The River Trent, that's correct, sir. Thank you very much. So, here's your goodie bag.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, sir.
And a free taxi
and
ride.
a free taxi ride as well. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Take care.
Oh, woo!
Very good.
Great,
Well,
sir.
Chris,
good.
thank you very much
You're welcome.
for joining.
Thanks for having
Real
me.
great insights, great
Chris.
stuff about drivers. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
He's had a drink now. He's ready.
Try
to
the coffee. I know,
He's
yeah.
wet. So thanks, Ash.
This is the Amanda Holden thing.
Oh, Amanda Holden. Anyway, join us next time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and ring that bell and all that jazz.
Take care, guys.
Take
Thank
care.
you, Chris.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Dave.